Very good morning, students. Welcome back to the income tax classes. So, previously we learned what is business, what is profession, and what is vocation. And we cleared some problems also in case of taxable income from business. Next topic, we move on to profession. So, profession under Income Tax Act 1961, Section 2, subsection 36 defines those activities for earning livelihood which requires intellectual skill and specialized knowledge called profession. For example, doctors, lawyers, engineers, chartered accountants, etc. So these are we called as a professions. So they have some specific earning livelihood and specific intellectual skills and special knowledge or expertise knowledge in their specific field, that is called profession. Example, it may doctors, lawyers, engineers, chartered accountants, etc. So very simple format, we need to calculate professional income, professional receipts and professional expenses. So if we deduct from already they give in the question professional receipts and they give the professional expenses. If we deduct from professional receipts, we need to get professional income. So that is, this is the simple format, professional receipts less professional expenses, that is taxable income from profession. Now you will get the and you will get a doubt, what is professional receipts and what is professional expenses. Professional receipts nothing but which are related to the specific profession. For example, for doctors may professional specific professional receipts there and some professional expenses will be there. So that is called professional receipts and professional expenses. Let's see some examples. If in case professional receipts and expenses related to chartered account, if in case they give in the question chartered accountant, audit fees is professional receipts to chartered accountants, financial consultancy services, income from accounting works, gifts and presents from clients, income from affiliate tribunal appearance, tax consultation fees, examiner's fees, tuition fees, fees from income tax appeal. So these are the professional receipts. Next, what are the professional expenses? Office expenses, so printing and stationery, depreciation on professional books, depreciation on furniture, expenses of motor car, allowances to clerk, membership fees, OIT expense. OIT expenses nothing but it's the telephone expenses. Stipend to trainees, subscription to CA Institute. These are the professional expenses. If we deduct from professional receipts minus professional expenses, we will get the taxable income from the profession. Next, if in case of lawyer, see expenses it may same for each and every profession, but in case of incomes it may change. Legal income, special commission, cash gifts and presents from clients, consultation fees, remuneration from articles published in professional journals, arbitration fees. These are the professional incomes. Next, professional incomes and expenses related to doctor. So expenses is same for each and every profession. Lightly professional incomes are different. Sale of medicines, see doctors it may vary. So retrainer expenses, examiner fees, remuneration from articles, see gifts and presents from patients, consultation and visiting fees, sale of medicines. These are the professional incomes. Before moving to the problems, we need to remember the some depreciation rate. Already we discussed depreciation rates, no? See, already we discussed. Once again I am repeating it. Standard depreciation rates. So these are the standard depreciation rates. So building, if in case residential building, 5% is the depreciation rate. If in case office, factory, godown, 10% is the depreciation rate. If in case plant and machinery and motor car, 15% is the depreciation rate. If in case buses, lorries, taxis used in the business, 30% is depreciation rate. If in case professional books, under professional books there is two categories. If in case the professional books is related to annual publication, 100% is tax rate. Other than annual publication, 40% is tax rate. You need to remember these two things. Computers 40%, typewriters 15%, signboard 10%, neon signboard 15%, surgical equipment 15%, intangible asset, that is patent, trademarks and all, we need to calculate 25% depreciation. And other very important note, if the asset is purchased and put to use more than 180 days during the previous year, 100% depreciation we need to calculate. If in case more than 180 days, we need to calculate 100% depreciation. If in case less than 180 days, the asset is using 50% of depreciation, we need to calculate. Next, asset purchased during previous year but no use, no depreciation, right? They simply purchased the asset idling in the business. They no need to calculate the depreciation. Next, additional depreciation is fixed to 20%. If in case any additional depreciation is given in the question, we need to calculate 20% is standard depreciation. These are very important depreciation rate, and you need to remember these depreciation rates. Okay. Yes. Next, we need to move on the simple problem. Problems on doctors. See, Dr. Rekha is a registered medical practitioner. She provides her receipts and payments account for the year ended 31st March 2019. So they gave some incomes and some expenses. Professional incomes give and professional receipts they give. We need to identify which are the professional incomes and which are the professional expenses. So first, they give receipts and payments account is given, debit side, credit side. Debit side incomes is given, credit side expenses is given. See, to balance brought down. So that is previous profit and loss account they carry forward. No need to take balance, that is 1,30,000. Next, we need to visiting fees. Visiting fees is a professional receipt. No, we need to consider. Next, consultation fees, professional receipt we need to take. Special medical camp remuneration, that is also professional receipt we need to take. Next, rent from house property. Rent from house property is related to house property. No, we need not to take here. It is the rent from house property. Next, gifts 60,000 is professional receipt. Next, dividend from Sun Pharma Limited, no need to take, it's a other sources income. Next, interest and debenture of Tata Power Limited, it is also other sources of income, no need to take. Next, some expenses also give. See, salaries, it's a professional expenses we need to take. Next, clinic rent, is a doctor, no? Doctor, clinic rent is related to professional expenses, no? Clinic rent we need to take. Next, motor car expenses. So for doctor, motor car also provided, we need to take. Next, driver salary also we need to take. Next, medical books also we need to take. Next, motor car purchase. If in case any medical books is given, we need to consider only depreciation. We need not to take capital expenditure here. Next, motor car purchased 5 lakhs. Next, household expenses 92,000. Telephone 29,000. Traveling expenses 20,000. Surgical equipment is given. We need to calculate the depreciation. For medical books also we need to calculate the depreciation, and surgical equipment also we need to calculate 15% of depreciation. Are you getting? For motor car also, where is motor car? See, motor car also we need to calculate the depreciation. For motor car we need to calculate the 15% of depreciation. Okay, so this is the receipts and payments account. Next, see the adjustments. Remuneration received for special medical camp was donated to an orphanage. Wherever you can donate, it's a professional receipt, no? Special medical camp remuneration we need to consider. This adjustment we will ignore. Next, 30% of motor car usage and 20% of traveling expenses and 25% of telephone bills relate to personal use. So if in case of motor car, driver salary and motor car purchase, we need to consider only 70%. Why? Because 30% is related to personal. Are you getting? Only 70% we need to take. Next 20% is traveling expenses is personal. Only we need to take 80%. Next 25% of telephone bills is related to personal use. Only we need to take telephone bills 75%. Are you getting? Yes. Next, allowable depreciation as per income tax rules. So we need to calculate depreciation per books, and we need to calculate depreciation per motor car, and we need to calculate depreciation per surgical equipment. They will not mention whether you will calculate or not. We need to calculate, otherwise the evaluator will cut down the marks. Next, 50% of gifts are from patients. See, total gifts is 60,000. So 50% is related to patients. Patients nothing but they are professional receipts. No, only 50% we need to consider. Next, medical books include annual publication worth rupees 10,000. Remaining are general medical books. So out of 10,000 are annual publication. For this 10,000 we need to consider 100% of depreciation. Total books is 30,000. So out of 30,000, 10,000 is annual publication. We need to calculate 100% for depreciation. Remaining 20,000 is there, no? For that 20,000 other than annual publication, we need to calculate 60% of depreciation. Are you getting? Yes. Compute taxable professional income for the assessment year 1920. So this question was asked in the year for BCom 2015. Let's see the solution. Computation of taxable income from profession for Dr. Rekha for the assessment year 1920. So professional receipts, as usual they will take. What are the professional receipts? Visiting fees is professional receipt. Next, consultation fees is professional receipt. Special medical camp remuneration professional receipt. So gifts 50% only they consider. Correct? So if we total these 4 professional receipt, you will get 6,96,000. Next, less professional expenses. See, professional expenses. Clinic rent is professional expenses. Motor car expenses 30% is personal. So 70,000 is given the question. We need to calculate 70%. Why? Because 30% is personal use, right? Remaining 70% only we need to consider as a professional receipt. Are you getting? Yes. Next, driver salary 60,000 into 70%. Same, 30% is personal, 70% is professional expense. Next, medical books annual publication. So annual publication we will not consider the capital expenditure here. Only we need to consider the depreciation. In case of taxable income from business, we consider the capital expenditure also. But in case of professional, we need not to calculate. We need not to consider the capital expenditure. Only we need to consider the professional, and we need to calculate the depreciation. So 100%. So 100%, 10,000 into 100% in the sense 10,000. Next, medical other than annual publication 20,000 into 60%. So why we consider 60%? This is 60% and this 100% is standard according to income tax rules. So total 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. No, they give 30,000. Yes, correct. No. Yes. Next, salaries 60,000 entirely they consider. Next, motor car depreciation 5 lakhs into 15% into 70%. 15% is standard depreciation rate according to income tax rules. Next, this 70% how we consider? Maybe you will get the doubt. So 30% is personal. Only we need to consider 70%, which is professional expenses. No, 52,500. Why, sir, this capital expenditure not considered? In the sense, in case of taxable income from business only, we will consider the 5 lakhs. But in case of professional income calculations, only we will consider the depreciation. Are you getting the difference? Yes. Next, telephone 29,000 is 75%. Why? Remaining 20% is related to personal. Only 75% is considered. 21,750. Next, traveling 20,000 into 80%, 16,000. So why 80%? Remaining 20% is related to personal. Next, depreciation on surgical equipment. Total surgical equipment is 33,000. Out of this 33,000 into 15%, 4,950 you will get. So total professional receipt is 6,96,000 and total professional expenses is 3,70,200. So you will get taxable professional income 8,25,800. So it may wrong. Wait 1 minute. Wait, I'll check it. So if in case 6,90,096,000 is professional receipt, no, less professional expenses. Professional expenses is 3,70,200 minus 3,70,200. So you will get 3,25,800. This is not 8 lakhs. Okay, this is 3,25,800. In book the print mistake will be there. Rectify it. So total receipt is 6,90,000. Total professional expenses is 3,70,200. Taxable income, professional income is 3,25,800. Okay, this is very important question. If you have any doubts, you can approach me. So this is very important question they asked in the exam.